ABC7 at 4, I'm Maria Garcia. As we told you earlier, an entire block downtown is set for demolition. It's made up of 5 buildings at the corner of San Antonio and Mesa Street. The plan has some people upset, and they're looking for a way to stop it. Historic preservationists are rallying in downtown at this hour. That's where we find ABC7's Matt Doherty. Matt.
The protest just started a couple minutes ago at 4:30. I'm standing here now with Max Grossman, one of the organizers of this protest and rally. And Max, why are we here today?
We're here to protest the demolition of an entire city block right in front of you, of edifices that were constructed between 1896 and 1902, including some of the oldest standing masonry buildings in downtown El Paso. A large chunk of our history is about to become a pile of rubble.
And aside from just their age, what makes these historically significant?
Well, they're historically significant just in terms of the history that happened in them. These buildings actually have names. Right in the corner here we have the Turner Building. Next to that is the Nations Building, and then the Patterson Building occupies the rest of the block. These are places of the early 20th century, of businesses, of people's lives. These buildings have a long history. The one that was just demolished was home to the El Paso Post, starting in 1925, one of our city's 2 newspapers. And now we're going to be looking at the largest empty lot created in downtown in modern memory, certainly in more than a generation.
Now, the owner of the property is River Oaks Properties.
Yes.
We know that they had an option on whether or not they wanted to renovate it or tear it down. They opted for demolition because they said it would be more cost effective.
Right.
Tell me about that.
Well, I mean, look, the company, based on city records, purchased the property over a 13-year period, between 1994 and 2007. Look at the conditions of the property, right? I mean, the windows are broken, there are birds inside. It's an embarrassment, it's a disaster, right? And look, River Oaks is responsible for the condition of the property they own. I think it's kind of disingenuous, I dare say, to argue that it's not feasible to restore or preserve these buildings when they've been treated in this particular manner.
Some people would argue that that was done intentionally so that there would be no question on whether or not they should tear them down.
Well, they've got good attorneys. I'm not going to say they did this intentionally, but I'll say this: they are responsible for the conditions of the condition of the buildings, and I think that's fair to say. And I should also point out that at the end of the block there, in front of the Camino Real Hotel, the same company left us another gigantic empty lot. And your viewers should know that between 1979 and 2012, for 33 years, not a single major historic building was destroyed downtown. Between 2012 and 2014, the end of this year, we will have lost 9. 8 of them on this street, all of them owned by River Oaks Properties. And we're not happy because San Antonio Avenue is perhaps the most scenic and important historic street in downtown El Paso.
Max, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
And I just want to point out that we did contact River Oaks Properties to try and get a comment from them. I did a couple of times earlier today, and they chose not to speak with us. But you can look for more on this rally that's just beginning right now in downtown, coming up tonight at 5 and 6. But for now, we are live in downtown El Paso this hour. Matt Doherty, ABC7.
Okay, thank you, Matt Doherty. We have reached out to the City of El Paso's Historic Preservation Department. The department is currently moving offices and could not answer some of our questions today. We should point out, though, that those buildings are not in the Downtown Historic District, according to the Historic Landmark Commission. Let's go to Storm Track Weather now.